You know I'm an east side, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, big.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Wilson. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give up the middle to A-Chain. A tackle made by Boye Mafe. The Dolphins at 3-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Jordan Brooks charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They run for it. A-Chain. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. O'Connell now to throw. He'll let this go for Adams. And this one is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second and 10. Now it's O'Connell. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first and 10, it's O'Connell. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
They go play action with Wilson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Waddle's first catch, good for a first down. H.A. now up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Option handoff now to H.A. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Waddle, the motion man right. And they'll run here with A-Chain. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball.
I think you're feeling okay. Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll go for it. O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. And they go play action here with O'Connell. This is caught by Tucker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A game there of 30 big ones.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw here, O'Connell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, O'Connell. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember,
there he goes offside. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chain on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just... You've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo.
oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's A-Chain.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the
142 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
They'll run for it with A-Chain.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon A-Chain on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Garoppolo's going to change the play.
First down, Las Vegas.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
11.
Play action. Garoppolo. Mayer there to bring it in. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. It's Hill. Complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And shedding through the tackle. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Wilson. They complete it to Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
At the 45-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
19, Tiger, 19, check, hurt, hurt. Hey, smash.
A-Chain here. They stay on the ground.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Open man is Tucker.
And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. contender, the one who got through to drop it.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a couple. Running left, it's A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Third down, here's A-Chain. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
York on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
65. 12. White.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Vegas. 49 yards.
Here we go.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
21. 65.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's got it. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion,
Here we go.
but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
21. White.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Oh, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. Finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Dolphins 34, Raiders 16.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson wants to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there? The leg's still there? This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line. Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Go, Reed, go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.